All right. Well, there he is, my
Hey,
buddy.
buddy. Good to see you, man. How you doing?
It's been too long.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah.
You have added another guitar to the wall. That's how long it's been.
Yeah, that's that's right. That is true. That's good.
How's the band doing?
Band's doing great. I mean, we it's really no longer a band. It's who I play with and stuff like that. I've been going out to Nashville a lot, writing with my buddy Hank, my guitarist, and Henry O'Connell, and then Riley Smith's living out there now, the actor, and we write a
Uh-huh.
lot of songs together. So me and Riley have been getting together, and then I just we just did a show in New Orleans, and Fred Curry came in, who did the music, he's music supervisor on Almost Paradise. He was also the drummer for Cinderella, drummed with Guns N' Roses. So we did a little acoustic set. Fred's a good buddy of mine, and he came in and played the gym bass. So I got to play with Fred Curry. So that was kind of really cool for me.
I'd love you to come out here to Salt Lake and just play.
It's been so long since I've been to played in Salt Lake City, man. I remember that we went to a bar and the whole band, we were a lot younger back then, and I think we had a bottle of Jack Daniels on the rider, and we were having to smuggle it in because it was a
Yeah.
dry. I don't know, but it was fun. It was a blast, man. So I'd love to come back. Let's go
It's
back.
not that way anymore. We can supply you.
Oh, we were fine, but it's just yeah, no, that's great. I'd love to come back. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah. And let's talk a little bit about Leverage Redemption season three. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and it's finally here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the thing they. I think they were just waiting for the exact right time to release it, and it feels like it is too. You know what I mean? So it's like it's kind of cool. I know that people. I think, and I don't want to talk about other shows or anything, but I think the White Lotus just ended, so people need something. So we fit that perfectly, man. So there you go.
I think it's the right time too, and
Yeah.
especially with Amazon Freevee, ending and all of that. The shows are being transferred over to Prime, and wow, and what a great position you guys are in, and what great episodes now. There's a few episodes in there that isn't anything like what people will expect.
Yeah, I mean, we always have to. The great thing about us is like I've said before, there's never going to be a shortage of bad guys. You can open up the paper or watch the news and find out what the next script's going to be about if you don't have an idea. You know what I mean? So that's what works for our show. Shows like CSI and Law and Orders that we're always going to be somebody to take down right from the headlines. But we had some new directors come in. We got to keep it new. We can't just keep doing the old stuff, because it gets boring. So it was a lot of fun this season to watch what some of the writers came. We have an outstanding writers room, so it's really fun. John Rogers is back at the helm, so he was in control of that, which was nice.
And Elliot is going through some changes.
Well, Elliot went through a lot of changes last season. You know what I mean? He was
Yeah.
dealing with the more emotional side. We got to meet his father, which you understand. Keith David came in to play my father, and it's like you saw. I mean, you saw the fact that he's headstrong, that he's got a temper. So you realize where Elliot came from. And that was so fun for me to get to say, this is why I'm like, you know what I mean? And you couldn't ask for a better actor than Keith David to come in to play it. So he's seen his father now. He's made amends with that, and he's struggling with this and that, but he's still very much, we're all broken toys. And so
Yeah.
it's fun to see that we're getting more emotional about how we're going to be able to fix ourselves. And I think we really leaned into that this season.
Are you going to hop behind the camera and do a little directing?
Hmm. You know what, man? It's funny because I just had a conversation with Gina Bellman about this. They asked us both why we don't direct. I don't have a huge that's not a fulfillment for me right now. You know what I mean? And people don't realize it's like, and Gina doesn't really have a let's go do that right now thing either, And so I would love to. I was actually thinking about doing it on Almost Paradise, but the thing is that Almost Paradise is almost impossible because I'm in every scene. I don't know how Noah Wyle does it. You know what I mean? I don't know how Noah Wyle does it, but he's brilliant at it.
Yeah.
But I just don't. I like acting. I like punching people in the face, and I like to play as an actor. I mean, and when you say, well, he doesn't direct, man, I've been directing for the last 7 seasons on that show because when we go off to do being in a fight, they get the credit for it, but we're still out there directing and coming up with shots and stuff like that. So I'm happy with that. I really am. And I love taking direction. I mean, some people don't. I absolutely love it. I love when Noah Wyle gives me notes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Noah is we are so proud of him. I mean, the pit
Mhm.
is just amazing, and now they're trying to copy it,
Of
but
course.
it'll never be it'll never be that show, and he just knows that stuff.
Yeah.
And Beth too. I mean, Beth is such a good director, solid.
Yeah, Noah's like, I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. Going from when I got to work with him for 4 years on the Librarians.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we've almost been working together for 10 years. I actually have now beat George Clooney and how many seasons I've worked with Noah Wyle, which is kind of a really nice gift for me. It's a little badge that I put on. But Noah came from ER, which is I need 30 cc's of aspirin and get the sphygmosimometer, all like it's so in depth. And then, I'm trying to remember lines like I need to go to the bathroom. It's just he's amazing how his mind works, and
Yeah.
it trained it on ER. And so now it's just and he's right. At 13 seasons, he was the longest running doctor, I think, for a long time on the in the history of television. So for him to go back and do the pit, it's perfect.
Yeah, well, he's doing it to honor his mother, I think, who was an ER nurse, and he wants to tell these stories. But getting back to you, Almost Paradise, are we going to see a new season?
I don't know. We're actually talking about that right now. I think I'm going to have a meeting with Dean Devlin, my boss, this week actually. But we're really hoping for another season. That show is by far not dead. It's such a fun show to film. I'm as I speak, I just got back from Europe, and I leave in another couple of weeks to go back to Serbia to do he's making the Librarians again with different actors, but I come in a little bit and play with them, and then we can't wait for Leverage to get out there and give Leverage to the people and see where that goes. So I'm actually having a pretty fun ride right
You're
now.
riding high on the wave right
Yeah.
now, and that's good. You deserve it.
Well, thank you, man. I'm very fortunate. The Lord has blessed me, and I've been gracious enough to work with the same boss since 2007, and we just really love collaborating together and stuff.
Are you keeping up with the cooking and coming out with another cookbook?
I don't know, but I just thought about that yesterday. I'm actually in talks right now with a very good friend of mine. I can't say too much about it, but I
Sure.
definitely want to get back out there. I definitely want to get this stuff back on screen. Some of the stuff that I do, but I've been thinking about that quite a bit. But I still cook like a son of a gun.
I know, well, I mean, I do too, and I want to cook with you one day.
Let's do it.
We'll do steaks, we'll do shrimp, we'll do
Yep.
whatever you want to do. Spaghetti, I don't care.
Let's do it. I tell you what we'll do is we'll do the steaks and the shrimp and whatever, and then I'll bring in a lot of my California Mexican ideas. You know what I mean? We'll make some really fresh pico. I'll make a vinegar hot sauce with habaneros and lime. I mean, it's not, it won't blow you away. It's just perfect. And we'll do my famous guacamole.
Well, congratulations on, yeah, I got to try the guacamole.
Yeah.
I've heard people talking about your guacamole, by the
Thank
way.
you.
It's a set favorite.
Yeah.
But you're going to be going to Serbia and taking some time and doing all that. You're back to work, which is great.
Yes.
But congratulations on
Thank
season
you.
three, Leverage Redemption. We're
Thank
going to
you.
start a letter writing campaign to Amazon, to say let's get season four going.
Oh, I think you should. I think it's a no-brainer, man. We've got all these built-in fans that have just been so kind to us and have stuck around for all these years. And we've become, it's not even the shows are great. I'm going to be honest. The writing's fantastic and we have such a fun time. It's more the fact that we've become a staple in people's families. I mean, I've heard this, and I'm not making this up. I've heard this from so many people. We've become like a little bit of a glue to the family. When our show comes on, people turn their phones off and they've already eaten dinner because they know they want to go and watch our show. I've heard it so many times. We've become part of the family. So I think this season will speak for itself.
I got to tell you the honest truth. In our house, it's the same thing. My wife, my kids, everybody, we watch Leverage and Leverage Redemption, and I've gone through it maybe 7 times. So
It's awesome.
it's it's just so much fun, and I
Thank
love the bickering between you and Hardison, Aldous Hodge, and of course Beth, her great character. You guys are just like you have a shorthand to this now, and it seems easy, but I know it's not. but you keep that audience occupied and entertained, and that's two things that television needs to do.
Yeah, it's so much fun, especially working with Aldous Hodge as Hardison and Elliot. That's never going to get old, And we shoot from the hip a lot, you know what I mean? We'll get from A to B, but then we go off on D and C and sometimes even J. It's just amazing how much fun it is to work with that guy, and it never gets old, and it never loses interest, and that's what I love about working with that cat.
Yeah, and he's brilliant too. Just a
Yeah,
brilliant.
I mean, congratulations to him on Cross on Amazon Prime, doing very, very well and deserved. And it's gonna be a lot of fun for people to because they went to watch Cross and they saw him playing Alex Cross, and then and they really got into that show and they really got into Aldis's performance. And now when this comes back on, to go back to Hardison and that lighter mode and that beautiful character that he's created, I think people are just gonna have so much fun watching the more relaxed version of an Aldis Hodge.
In our final moments, are we going to hear you sing on Leverage
Not
again?
this year. Not wait. No, not this season. I don't sing this season, but hopefully, I've been going to Nashville a lot. As I said, we're writing some really great songs, and hopefully, instead of having to come to me, I'm going to come to you.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
That'd be great. And I can't wait. Christian, it's always good to see you. I mean, dude, I just miss the hell out of you. And although
thank
we
you.
have never actually met in person, you're one of my best friends.
Well, that's true, man. How many years have we been doing this, man? Tony, I
Well,
appreciate you, brother.
since
Everything that you've ever done for me, man. I appreciate you always being there. It means a lot to me. Thank you, man. Tony, I'll see you soon, man. I'll see. Hopefully, in a couple months, man, we'll get back together.
travel safe, my friend.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.